Is it your desire to return to Jamaica? Are you unsure as to whether it will be a safe choice for you? Does it concern you that you may not live to enjoy your retirement should you return to Jamaica? How can you put all your worries to rest? Let's discuss how you can still attain your Jamaican retirement dream.
The Jam Fam family. Jam Fam, come hang with me. Yeah.
Hello, Wagwan, big up yourself, whether you're there yard or you're there abroad. Welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. Today we're going to be talking about your retirement dream and can you achieve it in Jamaica. And we want to go through some conversations here with you just to talk about this in a little bit more detail. There are many who have a desire to return to Jamaica for their retirement, and they are motivated that they'll find a sense of belonging and rest, connection and healing, and a restoring of their identity, their faith and their strength. Others are looking to escape the caged feelings, the stinging cold and the loneliness that comes with it. Many are simply seeking to harness the freedoms that Jamaica offer, enjoy the sunshine and reminisce with their neighbors. Jamaica has a way of healing bodies through the sun rays, the refreshing harvested water, the homestead grown fruits, the vegetables, the tubers and other foods, as well as the gentle exercise from beach walks, mountain hikes, river treks and the remarkable clean air, not to mention the laughter from social cohesion and festivity. Many people are reluctant to make the move back to Jamaica at retirement. They are second guessing or postponing their dream because of mass fear mongering. And here are 5 headlines that are coming from prime stations in the country that I just want you to just ponder over as we go through them. Headline number 1, Dunn's River Dilemma, Sentans Water raises public health concern. Now the second one, Jamaica, the land of crime and violence. Third headline, terror after midnight, crime wave leaves 2 Clarendon community under siege. Fourth headline, poultry container saga, JDF responds. The fifth one, Jamaica bank sector is facing unprecedented threats. Now have a think about some of the emotions that were evoked in you hearing each of those headlines. There are several more like this that I could share with you, but hopefully you get the point. They are overly sensationalized, clickbaiting, and many times fear-mongering. Here are 2 excerpts from content creators who are in the diaspora, and they're talking to the diaspora about returning to the island. And there are a few others that you will bump on from time to time as well. And I want you to have a listen to the content that I'm going to be sharing with you now and try and see what emotion it is evoking in you.
Let's get right into this returning residents thing. I found an article, right? And I'm going to share it with you. Check it. So, you've been living away from Jamaica for some 20, 30, 40 years, and in all that time, you have not been a regular visitor to the island, but now you have decided that it is time for you to retire, and you want to retire back home in Jamaica. In all the time you have been away, you have been carrying around these romantic memories of how life used to be, how wonderful life was in the area where you grew up. So you spent many years dreaming and pining about returning home to recapture these special moments in your beloved country. There is nothing wrong with this except you have been away from Jamaica for such a long time, and like anywhere else in the world, life change, people change, places change, even culture changes. Some change for the better and others change for the worse. But you wouldn't know this about Jamaica because you have disconnected yourself from Jamaica, and like Morpheus disconnecting Neo from the Matrix, you have been living in a romantic, nostalgic dream world. First, let's clear up a few simple facts about Jamaica today. First fact is that Jamaica can be a blood-sucking black hole when it comes to money. Once you prime that pump with a few dollars, it quickly transforms into a transatlantic money-sucking vacuum cleaner because a lot of Jamaicans worship money, and getting it consumes them and drives their insatiable greed.
Topics like today is why the community stand behind this platform. Now, we all being, from the Jamaican diaspora, a lot of our people have worked many, many years with the hope that they will move back to Jamaica. A lot of our people, man, you know, a lot of our mothers, you know, I don't like to get too personal, but a lot of our grandparents, you know, my grandparents, my dad's parents went back to live. You see what I'm saying? They got to accomplish that goal of going back home after working so hard in the UK and successfully raising a family and then deciding to build a home in Jamaica and going back to what it is they left. Stephen, a lot of our people want this conversation and we need to deliver that to them today. That dream might be over, you know. Now, why do I say that dream might be over? A lot of our people are going back here and they're going back to an island, Stephen, that is nothing like the island that they left. Let me give some examples. The crime rate at an all-time high right now. It's not very safe in certain parts. Yeah, in certain parts. There's a lot of bad mind what can be coming from even your own family members.
Bad mind. Now, good morning.
A lot of people might turn around and say, oh, this could happen anywhere. Yes, that's true, but our people ain't going home. Let's tell the people the truth. They're not going home to a bed of roses. And I'm not saying they expect that.
It's just the thorns, isn't it?
But there is a lot of stories over the years we've had to report on of people that have gone back home. Returnees that have gone back home and ended up being tragically
on the front page of the
murdered.
paper.
And today we are going to go into, is home, Jamaica, really still the same place that our people left? Or did they need to find somewhere else to go to?
Note one of the common thread that is in those is fear. So it evokes fear. And it might also have some sense of curiosity because you genuinely probably want to figure out, is this true and is it really happening? However, it is important that we know that returning to Jamaica is no less safe than moving to Brixton, Birmingham, Ontario, New York, Florida, or other such communities. There are returning residents who has experienced crime and violence, and we express our condolences to them and to their families. And we hope that the newscasters and content creator will show them dignity. Jamaica in the diaspora are unaware of the number of returnee residents that are actually here on the island. People are returning from Canada, they're returning from the USA, they're returning from England and many other countries where they had migrated to. Whether it was for studies, family reunification, or economic advancement, there are hundreds of thousands of returning residents that are currently residing on the island. According to Statin.ja data from 2011 census, it's the most recent one that I could find, it highlighted that there was 141,589 returnee residents who were living on the island at that time. These were most likely retirees, and therefore we can only imagine that there would be more people who have returned to the country who were not yet at their retirement age. There has been an increased wave of returnee residents to the island since. An international organization for migration, which is a UN division, recorded that between 2012 and 2016, 11,700 people moved into Jamaica. 72% of those were expats, and these were mainly Chinese and Indians. The other 28% were returnee resident. That was about 3,276 people over that period of time. Additionally, according to the migrationpolicy.org, 28% of Jamaican households have returnee resident members. And we mentioned this in one of our videos that we've done previously. PICA is inundated with citizenship by descent application as more and more people are making plans to move back to Jamaica. Fear-mongering through headlines and content feeds is resulting in some deciding against returning to the island and opting to remain in foreign. They risk isolation, arthritis, and many other such conditions that are common to aging population in industrialized nation, and also contributing to a reduction in their life expectancy. This is instead of vibrant social communities, gardening, warmth, and nature that adds vitality and longevity should they make the choice to move back to Jamaica. There are many negative narratives that are out there about Jamaica, and it is making a lot of Jamaicans contemplate whether or not they should return. And people who use their platform to instill fear in others are doing the Jamaican diaspora a disservice, because these are people who trust them to provide fair and balanced information. To whom much is given, much is also expected. And whether or not we realize it, not everyone is doing a deep dive research to inform their decision. For many, their research is the content that they listen to or that they watch. For that reason, we need to be unbiased and provide contextual facts for those people who are watching, so that we are providing them with fair and balanced information with which they can use to make informed decisions. On many of the content that I watch that spin a negative narrative and fearmongers, you see people in the comments who are making it clear that that bit of information is now causing them to reconsider whether or not they should come back to Jamaica. Whereas on other channels where people are showcasing their life having moved back to Jamaica, you see a difference in what they comment. That information has helped them to come to the decision that they're going to be moving back to their home country, Jamaica. If you are desiring to move back to Jamaica, no one person can tell you that you should, and no one person can tell you that you should not. That is going to be your decision to make. However, you should not allow yourself to become discouraged by fear mongering. See the positives and explore how you can make your return to Jamaica a reality. There are many content creators sharing their story of returning. See what their experiences are. Reach out to them and ask questions. Stop listening to people who have no contextual experience of Jamaica, because they themselves are getting their information as secondhand. On this channel, for example, we have a Moving Back to Jamaica series, and we would encourage you to spend some time to watch the series and share it with others who are coming to a decision as to whether they want to come to Jamaica or not. We also have a plan of relocation workbook guide and a plan of repatriation workbook guide for people who are with free movement and those with limited movement in overseas territory respectively. And the links for these will also be in the description below if those things interest you. You can work through your plan and then be able to execute it well. When moving back to Jamaica, here are some of the things that you should do to help you with reducing your risk. Number one is to think about your location. Be clear about where you want to live and how you will live. Choose neighborhoods that reflect interests of yours and that will also meet your needs. Be around people you can identify with and relate to, not particularly as family, but instead as people in the same social economic backgrounds and people with similar experiences that you can build a network with. Number two is to consider familiarity. The communities that you were living in previously have grown and transformed. People have migrated, and it may not be what you remember. You might even be a stranger to many and stand out, hence attracting unnecessary or unwanted attention that could put you and your family at risk. So it's important that you go into neighborhoods where this will not be the case. Number three is to think about your accommodation. If you're buying a house, head to areas with middle to upper middle income groups or communities with high levels of returning residents. Where you may have built a house previously and family have been residing in it for an extended period of time, figure out if you are going to return there, and if your returning there is going to cause displacement to them, and or if you can make the property into a multiplex that can safely accommodate everyone in their own space without any upheaval or falling out. Where properties are tenanted, ensure that the tenants are decent, upstanding citizens that are unlikely to attract undesirable altercations and bring those to the property. Number four is finances. Live simple lives. Not everyone know and understand that the state pension that you are getting is barely enough. You will need to manage it well and cover your bills and grocery costs and leave a bit for recreation and emergency. Figure out the best way to get that money to you, as some remittance programs are better and cost less, thereby giving you more spending power. Prepare people who have been dependent on you before returning, so they understand your position and not make false assumptions that could lead to problems. Number five, precautions. We cannot stress this more. Because you're moving to your home country doesn't mean that you're going to be any less cautious than you were previously. We need to take precautions to implement the same safety regime that we practiced in the countries that we are returning from to ensure our safety. As people age, they become more vulnerable. Therefore, be aligned with a neighborhood watch and surround yourself with trustworthy people. There are many such characters on the island. If you decide to pursue your retirement dream of returning to Jamaica, cut out the extravagance, practice minimalism and simplicity, blend into the society. Visit regularly in the run-up to your move so that you can increase the likelihood of a smooth transition. We hope that you will be able to make your move to Jamaica in the way that you wish, and that you will be able to accomplish your dream retirement here on the island, because it is still very much possible. Please tell us in the comments below any worries or concerns that you may have, and start watching people's channel who've moved back, and send them questions so that they can explain to you some of the concerns that you might have, so you are having it from different perspectives. We look forward to hearing your dialogue that you will be having in the comment section below. This is Mandeville Town on a Sabbath morning for those people who want to see the town, and the park is just over there, and the courthouse. We're coming up from that end. And the market is just right here, and so we're just walking through as we're heading on our way to church, and we're going past Reliance right now, and here is my little partner as we go. So we decide that we're heading out, but as you know how it's going, Mandeville already. It's just noise and noise, music, bike, all sorts of noise. So we're just showing our flex, and we'll talk to you again soon. We're going past CTC, one of the teachers' colleges based in Mandeville, and of course Mandeville is a little university hub as well, because we've got Northern Caribbean University and some other university colleges that are here as well. And we're venturing on our way to church, and my partner is here enjoying the little nice walk with this cool breeze that we're experiencing. So the temperature is not too bad today. What do you think about the temperature?
It's okay.
Well, has to be because you have on cardigan, right?
It's cold.
Okay, so it's not hot, it's nice and windy. Look at the coconut tree up there swaying. Give you an idea of the wind for today up here in the hills of Mandeville. Remember, depending on where you choose to move back, you will have different weather conditions on the island. So it varies from parish to parish, and even sections within the... We have music in the background, but hopefully that's fine. But this is what country look like. So we were on a mission, and this is where we're at one of my aunt's place. Look at the goats. They have a little goat farm down here, and you can see some more up there in the pen. I'll just try to show you over there some nice little goat. And in addition to that, so you come to Jamaica, you can do this as your homestead. So there's one with just have some young over there, some little baby kid. And so this is one of the ventures. And then if you see in here, just to show you, there are some layer birds in there, so that you can get eggs from that as well. And this is the other section of the coop, and look, eggs are there. So if you come, you can do this the same thing. So you see, this is how some people in Jamaica survive. They have their own stuff and they grow enough so they can sell it too. So it's really possible here. And here's the big master ram of this little abode, this little castle. See how big he is. So he is controlling. You can smell that there's a ram in this place, and then we have some more over here. So you can grow them wild on pasture, or you can have them in pen. Most people tend to have them in pens because it becomes better for them to rear them. So there are lots of options that you can have in small spaces if you do decide that you want to move back, so that you can reduce a lot of your overheads. And then you can see all of that greenery all over the place. Mountains everywhere you go. Look at that bunch of banana. It's what life is like in Jamaica. Tell me if you know this fruit. And there are some more up here on the tree. So in this one little yard, we have so many different things. Look up there, mango tree. It's just so fruitful.
The Jam family. Where living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam family, the Jam family, yeah. Jam fam, come hang with me. The Jam family. Where living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam family, the Jam family, yeah. Jam fam, come hang with me.
Thank you for staying with us here on this another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. Bye for now, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.